Hi, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about simple and easy steps to avoid and overcome procrastination. It's like a cankerworm that has sunk its talons into the lives of a lot of people. A lot of people are not fulfilling their potential right here, right now because of procrastination. When they said it's a thief of time, it can't be any more right. So what are the things you can do to overcome procrastination? Let's get right to the video, shall we? Trying to figure out why I procrastinate, I had to really sit down with myself and ask, okay, so what are my perceived limitations, fears, and weaknesses? Because I realized that I don't procrastinate on eating. For example, I don't procrastinate on having my bath, right? I don't procrastinate on going to the market and getting stuff for my kitchen. Yes, I do that, but not for so long because I know I'm going to get hungry and I'll need to put food in my belly. So I realized that these are low effort tasks, endeavors, right? I don't need to do so much to cook and put food in my belly because I'm cooking for myself, right? I mean, there will be no judgment from anybody, no condemnation from anybody. If I don't cook, I suffer for it and it's just me. No one else has to see. When it comes to doing things that may make me subject to other people's perusal, to other people's judgments, to other people's condemnations, I develop cold feet. And that's because I'm wary of their perception of me and what I am able to dish out. For example, my YouTube channel, the reason why I procrastinated on creating more videos and of course consequently becoming inconsistent was because there are a lot of conflicting thoughts in my head that I really couldn't put a finger on and I really couldn't sort out. So I'm gonna keep saying I need to draw up a plan. I need to put structures in place. I need to ensure that everything is in order. I need to make sure that I sound this way and I sound that way. I need to ensure that I have a lot of experience. I need to do this, I need to do that. These are just excuses. And the underlying bottom line is the fact that I was scared. That's it. I was scared, and you'd be surprised. I was scared. I was fearful. I felt like I was not good enough. I felt like I wasn't an authority in whatever topic I was talking about. So how dare I believe that people should listen to me talk about whatnot on my channel? So that stalled me. That really stalled me to no end. I didn't really know how to overcome that. Now, at the time, it didn't stand out to me. It didn't strike me like this was why you are stalling. It's in retrospect I realized that the reason why I was stalling so much was because I wanted things to be perfect. I wanted things to be in order so that by the time I get out there, nobody's gonna say like you didn't do so great, and nobody's gonna tell me like you made mistakes here or you make mistakes there. So I wanted to be perfect, which is just terrible because it's called the ducks in a row syndrome. If you keep waiting to have all your ducks in a row, you are never going to get anything done. And I never did get anything done for the last 6 months. Sometimes I'll record a video and I'll be like, it's not good enough for YouTube, then I'm going to throw it away because it didn't seem perfect. I was comparing my today with someone else's 10 years journey, forgetting that the person I'm comparing my journey with started is way before I did. And in fact, their first video probably isn't as good as this one or wasn't as good as this one. So what exactly is my problem? Then I began to realize that this doesn't just affect me, it affects every other person, where you know what you should do. In fact, you believe you are able to do it, but you're not sure about your expertise. You're not sure that you've got it like 100%. You're not sure that you got it 100%. And if you think to some extent that you don't have it down pat, that you don't have all bases covered, then you will procrastinate, because fear will keep you stagnant and fear will keep you stuck. Fear will have you making excuses as to why you've not done a particular task you know you should be doing. So one of the reasons why you procrastinate is because You doubt your capabilities. Now, what I wrote was perceived limitations, fears, and weaknesses. I said, I doubt my capabilities because what I believe about myself is that I am not good enough or smart enough. I believe about myself that I need to be better in some form or have a level of achievement before I will be finally valued or seen to be good enough. I had to pause and be like, wow, okay, where did this come from? Where did this come from? You may see yourself in me. I believe this may resonate with a couple of you where you feel like this thing you want to do seems so huge and so big and you're feeling so inadequate that you don't want to step out in faith and then do it. That could be a reason why you procrastinate. All right, we're going to talk about how you can address that much later in the video, so make sure you stay to the end. Let's move on to number 2. Okay, the second reason why you procrastinate is because you are afraid of failure. Nobody wants to fail. Hello? Nobody wants to fail. And it's quite similar to the first point, the sense that you don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to have to start all over again. You don't want people to talk ill of you. You don't want to fail. You don't want to feel that your hopes dashed, right? So you don't try at all. You don't try at all. There's a saying that goes, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. You fear failing. That is the reason why our parents are where they are today. Most of them, while their mates were busy taking risks and learning this, learning that, networking and all that. Their mindset keeps them in this little box where it pegs your growth. It pegs the limits of your expression, right? So, and if you grew up under parents like that, whether we like it or not, it rubs off on us. If our parents never ventured into anything, probably they were never entrepreneurs. They were probably civil servants. They never tried anything new till their old age. You probably didn't see that can-do spirit growing up. There's a tendency that may have rubbed off on you, and you naturally inherit fear of failure by default. Because whether we like it or not, people say don't let your environment put your back on the ground. But most of us are products of our environment. A child that grew up in Banana Island, Lekki, and a child that grew up in Adegunle Mushin are two kids, but with different mindsets and paradigms. The Lekki child is confident, is bold, right? He's assertive, asks for what he wants and expects to get it. The Mushin child, who is used to lack, who is used to being beaten down, who is used to poverty and all that, is going to be much more muted and unassuming, and we want to take the backstage and would much rather be a follower than a leader, with very few exceptions, of course, right? So if you grew up in an environment where risks are discouraged, you're not even allowed to travel because your parents tell you that. What if you have accidents, right? You're not allowed to have friends. What if they poison your food? You're not allowed to invest in any business. What if it crashes? You're not allowed to do anything really. Just go to school, read your books, pass. Do predictable things. You may have grown up, you would have grown up actually with this mindset that if you were to venture into unknown or uncertainties, that the eventual outcome will always be failure with little to no chances of success. If this is the mindset that you have about you and your life, your chances of doing anything worthwhile with your life is going to be really, really slim. You know, you should be putting up signing up for a scholarship, or you should be aspiring for greater things. You know that. You show that people around you doing it, but there is this inertia that's very hard, that is on your inside, and it's really hard to break, that is preventing you and holding you back from going for your dreams and pursuing it, because you're like, what are the chances that this thing is even going to succeed? What if I put my money there and it crashes? What if I apply for the scholarship and I'm not given? What if? As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So if you keep thinking in your heart that you're going to fail, little wonder you keep failing. And then when you fail, you keep like, I said it, I know I was going to fail. No, you made that happen for you. You caused it. You made it happen. You didn't expect to win in the first place. So hello, why do you think you're going to win? You won't win. You won't win. Your thoughts create. Your thoughts and your words create. All right? So, which is going to sponsor your actions eventually. If your overarching thoughts are that there's no use putting any further application because there are a lot of people competing, the chances of you being chosen are slim. Then you're not going to compete at all. You're going to procrastinate on competing because your underlying thought is that you're not going to be chosen. And if you can already predict the outcome of what you're about to do, there's really no excitement. You already know for sure that you're going to fail. So what's the point? You're not going to. You will not do what you know you need to do because you are almost certain that you are going to fail, or you are afraid of failing, so you don't try anything at all. Fear of failure is another reason why people procrastinate. Okay, so the third reason why I procrastinate is because you are afraid of pain. You know that if you try to do anything for yourself, you will need to grow and stretch and change your routines and change your habits, and you will need to change a lot of things about you. But because you're so used to the comfort zone, you don't want to change it. You don't want to do 20 sit-ups to get rid of that belly, so you procrastinate on going to the gym. Right? You don't want to read books, so you procrastinate on acquiring financial literacy. All right? You don't want to talk to that guy or talk to that girl because you are shy and you're not assertive, so you procrastinate on giving them a call. So procrastination affects every area of your life, and it reduces the quality of your life to no end. It's gradual, but you just need 5 years to see your report card. Our bodies are wired to defend us from any external attack or aggression whatsoever. So if you once had a memory of pain or hurt in a way, shape, or form, and you're trying to do that same thing again, the memory is still going to keep keeping you down as long as you continue to allow it. If the very first YouTube video had just 2 views, whether you like it or not, your morale will plummet. It will plummet. Because you're like, there's nobody out there looking to watch my video, so why even try in the first place? Why do I even bother? The main thing procrastination does, it discourages you from pursuing anything that requires you to step out of your comfort zone. When you are required to get out of that comfort zone, a lot of things will fight against you, will try to hold you back. Because we are wired to be comfortable. If you're trying to do anything worthwhile with your life, achieve your desired outcome, maybe get a banging body, you'll be required to do things that will challenge you. The moment you sense that you may no longer be in control, you scurry in the opposite, you scamper in the opposite direction. I think it is survival instinct, right? And although it's supposed to serve you, it's now working against you. So it may be time to let that go. All right, so let's get right to how to overcome it. Overcoming procrastination is not a day's job. It's not a day's job. It didn't take you a day to get here. There are a lot of memories right here that you cannot forget, and you can't just throw that out in just one day and go like, I'm going to turn my life around in just 1 week. Hello there. No, you can't do that. It's one step at a time. If you want to see changes in all areas of your life, my recommendation is to focus on improving one area per time. Because you want to ease into the process. You want to ease into the process of transformation. You don't just want to go at it, because if you go at it all at once, you will burn out and go back to feeling worse than you did before. Add just one thing to the list of things you do every day. Add just one thing to it. One productive thing to it. If it's reading a chapter of a book every day, or read it for 20 minutes every day, just do that. Baby steps. You need to take baby steps. You cannot force yourself or hassle yourself into improving your life. You can't do that. You have to be really calm and gentle with yourself, right? Because one of the things that keeps you bound for long is hating yourself for not doing the things you know you're supposed to do. If you're not showing yourself compassion through this phase, you will still remain there for a long time. Because if a friend comes to you and shares their experience with you, you will encourage that friend and tell that friend to be calm, take it one step at a time, and talk to yourself as you would a friend. Love yourself enough to give yourself time to improve and to change. If you're in your 20s, you've been dealing with a lot of things for a long time. You probably have been in survival mode for almost all your life, right? And when you're in survival mode, you cannot create. What you're worried about is how to survive to see the next day. So there are a series of habits and defense mechanisms you developed that helped your body, that helped you through that stage. But now that you're an adult and you're looking to find a semblance of stability in your life, you need to start unlearning some of those things you have learned while you were in survival stage. You may be in a phase of your life where your body just wants to relax and just sleep and just rest and just be calm and just calm down and just let go of all those toxins that are acquired over the years while you're trying to survive. You need to give yourself time to heal and ease yourself into the process, right? If you have been procrastinating on spending time with the Lord, it doesn't have to be an hour. Yes, you may listen to apostles on here talk about if you are 27 years old and you have not done like 10 hours in a day, you are joking, you're playing, you don't know what's going on, destiny matters are calling. That may be intimidating. But maybe that's not what you need right now. Yeah, there's a place for long stretches in tongues and all that, but thinking about that in itself is intimidating. It will not prompt you to do anything because you're like, how exactly am I supposed to pray for 10 hours? It can start with 10 minutes. It can start with 10 minutes, all right? What matters, or what's key, is that you are intentional and deliberate about it. Whatever changes you want to make in your life, don't start all at once, right? Except you are David Goggins. Don't start all at once. Just take it one step at a time. And as you are consistent with that practice, you begin to increase the hours invested into that area of your life. So the key is consistency. The antidote to overcoming procrastination is consistency. Being consistent with a particular practice over time. And before you know it, you begin to see changes gradually. Don't rush yourself. The problem with the generation is that we love instant gratification. We want things now, we want to see it now, we want to see power now, and all that. We are called the generation. No, you don't get things of long-lasting value. Do not just happen like that. You need time. It takes process. It took you all of 20-something years to get here. You're not going to get out of it in 2 months. Hello. You're going to need time. So give yourself time to ease into it. The second tip I'm going to give us is that, yes, you may fail. But if you fail, or if you try, at least you give yourself a chance. If you don't try at all, then you never know, right? So failure is a natural part of your journey to greatness, of your journey to success. You will fail. The chances that this video will be seen by 10 people are very slim because the YouTube algorithm is quite stingy. But I'm still going to push it out regardless. Little drops of ocean makes little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. So I'm going to do this regardless. Because if it helps just one person, then I'm okay. So you are going to fail. You shouldn't fear failure. Embrace failure. Failure actually helps you to be better. It helps you refine your processes, makes you better. So don't fear failure. Embrace failure. There is no success without failure. Actually, I have bombed on stages before. I have bombed on live television before. But it's made me to who I am today. I can look back on it and laugh about it right now. Then it was nerve-wracking. I'll be sincere, but I got better. Failure never killed anybody except for those who committed suicide and give up on themselves. But as long as you don't give up on yourself, fail, and fail some more. You will succeed. You're way better than those that never tried. All right? That's number 2. Embrace failure. Don't run away from it. Embrace it. It's part of your journey. You will need it to refine you and make you better. That's what builds your character. And you need character to sustain whatever greatness you achieve in your life. Okay? The last and final tip is to believe that you are good enough. Right here, right now, you are good enough. You don't need any addition. You don't need anything to be added to you to make you better than you already are and all that. Inherently, you are good enough. You have inherent value, and your value is not determined by what you know or don't know, by how you speak or don't speak, right? By what you look like or don't look like. Some people will never start a YouTube channel because they believe they are not cute enough to be on camera. Who says so? Who told you? People have probably mocked you in the past for looking a certain kind of way, or your teeth is bent. I've got a buck tooth. Hello? People love that about me because I don't make my worth about my teeth. But is it functional? And that's what that matters. That's all that matters. Low self-esteem has killed more destinies than the devil ever will, because you don't believe that you're good enough and you feel like you need to add this, add that, have bones straight, and now to look good, to be accepted and all of that. No, you don't need any of those other things. You don't need it. You don't. Right here, right now, you are good enough. And I'm going to need you to tell yourself this every day, that I am good enough. I am good enough. You need to expose yourself to God's words and His promises to you as His child. That's one of the things that helped me really. See, when you understand and begin to expose yourself to how much God loves you, it's a game changer. It changes everything. It changes everything. Look at me right here in front of the camera with my low cuts. I love it. I love myself. And I wouldn't change me for anything. It took me a long time to get here. I believe that I had a healthy sense of esteem, and I believed so much in myself and the potential that I carry, I would have dared more things, ventured into more things, explored other opportunities. But because I felt small, even though other people saw big Simi Williams, I saw small Simi Williams. My wings were very minute. I don't know what I was comparing my wings to, but I didn't really feel good about myself. Opportunities will come, I wouldn't go for it because I'll be like, I'm not who they're looking for. Whereas everyone is telling you look good and all that, but if you don't feel good about yourself, nothing anybody says is going to make any kind of difference whatsoever, because you cannot ride on other people's team. You got to generate joy from your inside. You got to be confident in what God says about you and in who made you. And if He says that, fear not, for I am with you. Be of good courage. I'm going to be with you wherever it is you go. And that is all you need, my sister. That is all you need, brother. You need to find a spiritual source and be connected to it so you can stay grounded and be centered. You can't afford to not be connected to anything or to just be floating around. You need to find a spiritual source and nourish your faith, wherever that looks like for you. Wherever that looks like for you. Be spiritual. Have a spiritual practice. If you're trying to do anything with your life and transcend your current reality, you cannot do that by being distracted 24/7. You can't. With your face glued to your phones and all that, you will continue to be stressed. If you're always on the go, you never give yourself time to breathe and calm down. Stay away from distractions and just get in touch with yourself again. Get feedback from your soul, from your spirit. And for Christians, for the Holy Spirit, that you will get feedback. Because if there is no vision in your heart, you have nothing to work with. If you don't have a target, you're going to end up anywhere. The vision in your heart is going to be so clear that if they wake you up at 2 a.m. in the morning, you will be able to explain exactly in vivid details what your focus is. So you need to be focused. You need to have a focus. What is your focus? What is your focus? You procrastinate because the eventual outcome you desire is not vivid and clear in your mind. You're not giving your mind something specific to work towards. You want to be successful. What does success look like to you? You want to lose weight. How much weight are you looking to lose? What do you want to look like? Is it Halle Berry? Paste that on the walls of your room, and every time you wake up, you look at it. I'm gonna be like, in a matter of time, you're gonna be motivated to go to the gym because you keep seeing that, and it's reminding you of what you want to look like. But if you're not looking at anything, there's nothing keeping you excited and getting, your juices flowing and all that, then you're never gonna do anything. Do not be afraid of failure. Embrace failure. 2, be focused. Let the vision in your heart be so clear that it motivates you to do what you know you need to do. Number 3, be spiritual. Be spiritual. Have a spiritual source and stay connected to it. Nourish your faith. Number 4, know that you are good enough right here, right now. You don't need any additional stuff. You don't need any other thing to prove your worth. You are valuable in and of yourself. You're a human being. God made you. You are good enough. I feel like with these few words of mine, I've been able to convince you that you can overcome procrastination. It's not easy. It's really hard. It's the most difficult thing ever, overcoming procrastination, but you can do it. We can do it, because I'm still going through it. Hello, I am still going through it myself, but I believe that with God on our side and with dedication, commitment, and devotion, we can make our lives a masterpiece that God has already made it to be, but it only needs to come into manifestation in the physical realm. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot. Until next week when I come your way again, my name is Cindy Williams. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also like this video so you don't miss out on my future updates. I love you, God loves you, and you matter. Bye for now.